Hello, welcome to A Few Minutes with Esther. I'm Buddy Pennington, pastor of Westville Assembly of God in Holmes County, Florida, the host for the study. This video is going to take a look at Esther chapter number 5, verses 1 through 8. At the encouragement of Mordecai, Esther has decided to attempt to save her people by approaching the king, even though he had not called for her. In chapter 5, after 3 days of fasting and prayer, she puts on her royal robes and enters into the presence of the king. The king held out his golden scepter to her, which indicated that he was willing to have her come into his presence, and she went in to talk to him. He offered to give her anything that she would request of him, all the way up to half of his kingdom, which is a very important offer at that time in history. Esther simply asked him to come to a banquet that she was preparing and to bring along his advisor, Haaman. The king told Haaman to come. They went to the banquet, and the king asked Esther, "What is it that you want me to do?" Esther stated to him, "If you will come to another banquet tomorrow at this same place, the same way, with Haaman along again, then I am going to tell you what is on my mind." The king agreed to do so. And once again, he had offered her half of his kingdom if necessary. So we find Esther placing herself in a good position before the king to ask him to do something, and he is already, because of his liking of her, willing to give her a great deal. Anything she asked, in fact. Now, there are a couple of little things that I'd like to point out to you. In preparation for going to see the king, Esther had spent 3 days fasting and praying. She had had all the Jews in the capital city to do the same. She had sought God with the help of her fellow Jews on behalf of the whole nation to be able to go talk to the king. When she got into the presence of the king, she applied something that is an old adage that may sound out of place here, but I don't think it is. There's an old adage that says the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Now, you may laugh at this statement, but Esther by this time knew what the king enjoyed eating. She prepared a feast for him. He came in. He was already pleased with her ahead of time, and she knew that by feeding him a feast twice, she was going to get on his good side. Now, let me make a comment to you here. When you have to talk to someone about something that is very serious, allow me to encourage you to prepare the way before you talk to them so that they will be willing to listen to what you have to say. There is no harm in being friendly to someone. In fact, the Bible tells us if you want to have friends, you must be a friend. Esther is using what some people might call positive action in preparation for talking to the king. Regardless of what you call it, she is laying some groundwork for what she is going to do. And unknown to her, her groundwork is going to put Haaman in a position in which his heart is going to be revealed to the king, and the king will be able to see just how evil Haaman is. In the next video, we're going to take a look at what Naaman is thinking during these 2 banquets. It's our prayer that these videos will be a blessing to you. Allow me to encourage you to visit our Facebook page, which is Westville AG at 2513 Cypress Street. If you have prayer requests or questions about our study on Esther, please leave them in the comments section along with your email so we can respond to you. May God richly bless you until the next time whenever we get together for a few minutes with Esther.